Hello YouTube, I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answer they need from an employment attorney. We have a question here from Carlos Gomez, FP4XD, who asks us, can my employer go bankrupt if he willfully violated the FLSA, the Fair Labor Standards Act? So, the answer to your question is, can he go bankrupt? Yes. Not the answer you want. But wait, there's more. There's much better news. Pardon me. Now, can your employer go bankrupt? Yes. Will that necessarily protect your employer from liability? No. Here's the beauty of the FLSA. In certain situations, and you've kind of noted one here where they willfully violated, we can attach personal liability to the principles of a business. So all the owners can become personally liable. Now, what that means is the business can go bankrupt, right? But unless the individual principals also go bankrupt, you still have recourse to get paid. And even if they do individually go bankrupt, you're going to have some priority. There's still a chance you get paid, assuming there's some money there to pay you. So Carlos, it's very common, right, for an employer to owe hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in unpaid wages, overtime, right? I've seen that happen 30, 40, 50 times in my career already. It's very common, shockingly common, given the fact that every employer should be aware that like this goes on all the time, right? Like if you're not paying overtime, it is only a matter of time until you get sued. It's that simple. The firms who handle those cases are shark-like in their constant motion, like swimming through the ocean, finding these cases just all the time, just like a great white, just always swimming, always looking for these cases. And when they find the case, they're going to rip you apart, right? That's just the reality of being an employer who doesn't pay overtime. Which is great for employees. But time and time again, I've seen employers, and I've worked on cases where employers went bankrupt, being like, oh, the business is defunct. There's no money. There's no money. And they'll do crazy things like move money back to China, move money back to Pakistan. And you got to chase them, and they're trying to get out of the country. They're trying to get assets out of the country. And it's a wild, it's almost like a spy novel at that point. Like it gets pretty crazy in terms of like collecting and the race to get the court to do the things you need to do so you can get the money before the money gets out of the country. It can get wild. But as long as the principals are in the country, or have assets in the country, more importantly, they're generally going to have personal liability. It's often the case, I should say, that they will have personal liability because it's hard to skip paying overtime for a long period of time and not be a pretty bad guy or pretty bad woman, either way. So often they will have that personal liability, and that's very key because it's going to give you an additional recourse for collecting, and that's going to be very important, right? You can win as many cases as you want, but you need to collect. The collecting is what matters. The vindication in court, your day in court, there's people who think that matters. I've never seen someone get their day in court and be like, that helped. It's the money, right? Especially for an overtime case. So, Carlos, you're on the right path here. I hope you have counsel. I hope you're represented. It is a time-sensitive thing. You've got to be very proactive about this. But yes, you're going to have some additional potential recourse to collect from the individual defendants, the principals of that business. And I applaud that for you because I want you to get paid, and I want you to get paid big. And I hope you do. If this video was helpful, like, subscribe, comment down below, share the channel so it can grow. Take care, everyone.